As you know, this is the Central Prisons Mile 2. We have 3 prisons in the Gambia here, and this is the Central Prisons. And in the Central Prisons here, we have different units, different sections. We have somewhere called the security wing. We have the main yard, we have the female wing, and we have the remand wing that's over there. So the security wing is the place where these high-risk prisoners are being incarcerated. And the main yard is where those who are already convicted are being placed. And we have a separate place for the female. Also, the remand wing over there is the place where these untried prisoners are being placed. So, in short, this is the location. This is the brief location of the Gambia Prison Services. So, I don't know where you would prefer to start your visit first.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Director General. On a very short notice, you agreed to receive us here, to visit the prison facilities. We just wanted, as commissioners, to familiarize ourselves with the facilities, the outlay of the area, and we have witnesses who have been coming to the commission, talking to us about this summer prison. So we needed to do that. We would have more witnesses coming. So as they talk about the prison, when we would have visited, that would help us understand their stories. But thank you so much for receiving us on a very short notice.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Yeah, I think we can.
We start with security wing.
We start with security wing, then we go down to the main yard, then to the remand.
To the remand.
Yes. My two here is 525.
520.
Yes.
And Janjambore?
Janjambore we have 83.
83.
83.
That's a very small one.
33 and
33.
Those one is 83. 83. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Janjambore 3 is 75. Yeah.
This
one is 76. Yeah, okay. This is security wing number 5. It has 99 cells, 99 individual cells. And as I told you, security wing is divided into unit sections. We have number 1 security wing, we have number 4 and number 5. And we have another place where these elderly prisoners are being kept. Is a dormitory type confinement. We will go up to there. So I think we can go inside and you see the facilities by yourself. 5.
Number 5.
This is an individual cell for one person. I think if I may be correct, the measurement is almost about 3 by 2 meters square. So this is the bed. This is the bed. It is a concrete. It is a concrete plank with a mattress, and this is supposed to be the table where most of their belongings have been kept, been placed. So we have the ventilation over here. So 5, yeah.
And the door.
The door also. is the door. It's a porthole. Yeah, it's a porthole door.
But this is a security room number 5, so we have mattresses. Yes. The chamber pocket also there.
Is there, yes.
And this one is a playful couch.
So is there a mattress on this now?
But this is security wing 5.
Yes,
This is
not
less.
4 and 1.
You can see the blankets. Since when were they provided?
This whole facility here. Well, I think it was the facility was built during the
No, what I mean, these have they always had mosquito nets and blankets?
Immediately on admission, immediately they are admitted. They are given all the facilities.
In 1994, were you here?
In 1994, I was a prison officer, but I was in Jambore.
Okay, but do you know whether in this facility prisoners were given mosquito nets,
Well,
blankets?
it's supposed to be.
No, I know it's supposed to be. Were they in fact provided?
Well, I cannot answer that because during the 1994 up to 1997, I was not in my.
In Janjambure, were they provided?
They were provided.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But the cells that are occupied now, but the people are not in, the prisoners are not in, where are they?
They are almost out. All of them are out.
Doing what? Okay.
When I came, I decided to give them more airtime.
Yeah.
So immediately, officers took over from 8 o'clock. They are all allowed to go out in order to at least enjoy the natural air outside. So previously it used to be from 8 o'clock up to 12 o'clock. Then all of them are set inside. Then from 2 o'clock up to 3:30, then they are also let out. But when I came, I decided to change because you can't keep somebody in such a condition and yet deprive him of natural air. So I decided from 8 o'clock in the morning up to 3:30. That's where the normal morning duties close. And definitely by doing that, we have seen some improvement in their health status. Previously, for those who were following the prisons, the history of the prisons, there would never be a week when you can find a corpse in the morgue. But thank God, with this new government, definitely, and with the changes of administration, I think we have seen some improvement in their health status.
Is this the closest wing to the swamp area where you
Almost,
have lots of mosquitoes coming? Or
all this area is swampy.
how do you protect the inmates during mosquito season?
We do provide
What do
them.
you do?
We do provide them with mosquito nets. We have abundant of them inside the store there. Immediately they are admitted, they are given blanket, mosquito net, with a sponge mattress for their beddings.
But is that a new phenomenon? Is that a new thing? Or is that the situation that obtained in 1994?
Well, as you know, I told you that during 1994 I was not privileged to be around.
But do you have an officer who was here in 1994 who we can talk to?
So Cisse is here.
Because the issue is we want to know what were the conditions at the time. We also want to know what are the conditions today, such that when we make recommendations for institutional reform, the commissioners would know exactly what to say, what kind of recommendations to give. So it is important that they have an accurate information as to what obtained before, what is happening now, and what is the standard that must be applied, such that they would know what recommendations to make.
I think the standards are the same. It depends on the administration of that individual, because you can't keep somebody in such a condition without giving him all the facilities that are required for him. So by right, it is in the prison, like it is in the law. that anybody who has been sentenced to sent to the prisons must be given all those facilities. So, but it depends on the individual who was there before, whether he was doing it or not. But as for me, definitely, I know that it is their equal. It is not even a privilege; it is their right for them to be given that.
When did you transfer to this prison?
Me, from where? From
You
Italy.
said you were in Janjambure.
Yeah, you were referring to during the 1994. I was posted to Janjambure in 1993. Then 1997 January I was transferred back to Mile 2 here.
In January 1997,
Yeah.
were these facilities available?
Yes,
Blanket,
they were.
mosquito net.
They were available. They were
Okay,
available.
then perhaps maybe we can decide to call him as a witness to come and testify as to the condition.
Explain what is it.
Yeah, it's another cell. They are of almost the same measurement as of number 5 security wing.
Well, there's nobody there, but
Yeah, there is nobody here.
Yeah,
Here, most of the cells are occupied.
yeah.
We have few inmates allocated here. Most of the cells are empty. We have their toilets over there.
I see.
Depends on the crime committed. They committed. Most of these inmates who are presently here are those who are serving life and those who have been charged with these capital offences. So
They are in security wing 4.
They are separated within the 3 security wings. We have four units. We have number 1, number 5, number 7, and number 4. So most of them are these high-risk inmates.
Where are we now?
Yeah, we are now. This is the place where, when they are out, this is where they used to gather to have these exercises, and also to at least group together to chat, and also, especially during this obligatory prayers time, like the Fajr and the 5 o'clock prayers. This is where they used to have the congregational prayers before going inside their various cells. or purposely it is for them to have their exercises. And sometimes we do provide them with these softballs, like volleyballs and others, for them to at least have their physical exercises here. Though the place is not as favorable as we wanted. Yes.
Fine. Yeah, thank you. We'll go to the next one.
It is what we have.
Mats when they pray? Do they have prayer mats?
Yeah, we provide them with mats.
Okay.
They have mats. Most of them are allowed to go inside to the main yard to perform their Friday prayers. And Christians too are also given the opportunity. There is a chapel inside the main yard also. During the church services also, they are also allowed to go and perform their religious obligations.
Is there a chaplain here or?
Yeah, Christian Fellowship provide us with chaplain outside, and even the Christian councils do visits here. They have.
Thank you.
But it's not inside.
They cannot be separated. So what we did is most of them have been sent here, especially for those who are here also. We have provided a TV for them here. We can't afford to have each cell a television set. So in the morning when they are all out, they can come here inside number 7 here to at least see what is happening outside. So it is also used as a TV room for the inmates in the security wing.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. This is number 1 security room. We have 12 individual cells here, just like the size of other cells. We have 12 of them here. It used to, previously it was the one of the cells where most of those who were sentenced on these treasonable charge offenses and this high are placed. So it is number 1 cell, number 1 security wing.
Just wanted to see what they were writing on the walls.
Okay.
To see.
Sorry.
ma dóor maa ngi bëgg a dee ñu dugal ma ci sel bi nangu ñu faj nangu def dara.
It is not part of what you are here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Clarify.
Yeah,
It
but
was,
after hearing it, we can't avoid asking.
Si c'est au ciel, I don't think.
Yeah, and that's
When it was discovered, he was relocated to another cell there.
He broke this wall.
He broke this, and he was the one who committed murder at around Bakote. He was the one who murdered that little girl in, I think, around Bakote. So when it was discovered, then he was relocated here. So when he went, he was not tortured. Torture is no more in our.
Right.
Yeah.
But
He was just trying to find.
Can we see him and see his physical condition without cameras?
Yeah, he will pretend. I know he will pretend because he has been to court.
Okay. No, just to see him.
Already the court has. He went to court and narrated that he was tortured. Then the court wrote back to the office. We equally responded. Then when he went there, we learned that definitely. He said when he was attempting to escape, I think that's the time he got the process here. But I don't know. But Nobody tortured him. Nobody tortured
But
him.
how could he escape here?
No, he thought there was nothing behind. He thought there was nothing behind.
Yes, but he would eventually discover it by scratching like he did. So he would not force himself to go through there, would he?
No, I don't.
So how would he have sustained the bruises?
I don't know, but
So the bruises definitely do not come from him trying to force himself through that.
I don't think even there was there. So you're going to see the prisoner?
man dama fen mais amu leen droit amu leen benn droit di ma dóor xam nga ngeen may dóor wala su ngeen may dóor sax ngeen dóor ma yet wala liif mais dama kajji dama concoor dama dóor encof sol encof di ma ko dóor encof moo def nii sol encof di ma ko dóor c'est ay kilifa yu toll ni ñoom
Thank you.
pour lan su ma tooñee yoon lu ma dóor liif wala yet mais kajji position yii pour lan mais wax ñu naan gan yéen fi nekkoon dem moo fi nekk ba tey
in this particular yard now, we don't have these single cells now.
Okay.
We have this dormitory style cells now. We are more than 10 or more than 20 inmates are placed together. So this number 5 main yard, number 5 cells in the main yard. So we can go inside and see. That's number 5 cell. I think their role is 33 for today. They have 33 inmates today in the cells here. Well, just briefly, let me tell you the improvement we've made here. As you know, placing 33 human beings in such a cell, definitely you have to think of so many things. So when I assumed office, I had a discussion with some of the inmates, and they have raised some of their plights to me, if at all we could assist them. So one of them is this ceiling fans. Previously it was not there. They were installed here in 2017. So in order to make life better for them, so we approached one of the organizations called the Prison Fellowship, who provided them with all this. And some of the cells were not even with TVs. But you cannot disassociate an individual from the society, and yet you don't want him to at least know what is going on in the society. So therefore we find it necessary to at least provide each cells with television so that they can know what is happening in the outside world. So almost all the cells within the main yards have been provided with ceiling fans and televisions.
When you say you have 33 here today, you have a daily count or what? How do you determine?
You know, sometimes we do have discharges and some who have been released to court from court.
Yeah.
So the role do fluctuates. It do fluctuates. Well, I think reception. Cisse. Ibrahima Cisse. Here, somebody say.
18 years above.
No, 18 is there. We have a juvenile wing there. We are young offenders are kept from 19 downwards. So from here, most of them are from 19 years upwards, but the average age is from 20 to 40.
Thank you.
33.
And how many inmates?
33 inmates.
Every inmate has a bed.
Has a bed. I think it's completely vacated now. Nothing has been done here now.
And these prisoners seated here, what are they doing
They are
here?
doing exercise.
Oh, exercise.
They are doing exercise. It was a kitchen, but now it has been transferred outside.
Yeah.
No salt, no pepper.
Previously, they used to do it manually. When I came, I only found this machine here that is for pounding. So when I realized that definitely, because there was an allegation that their kush, how it was prepared, is not hygiene, because it was done manually. So I had a meeting with them. They decided, they suggested that if at all we can provide them with these husking machines, at least that would be better. So I procured this machine. So now there is no manual pounding now. From husking, then they wash the kush, then pound it, then they have their product. And both of the machines are working.
What do you do with the husk?
The husk, well, we used to throw them outside. I think they are the one. These are the husk. After husking them, this is where they place them. Then at the end of the day, those who need it would take them for the apple tree.
The officers?
Officers, yes.
Are the officers taking it away?
For the apple tree. Apple tree use, yes.
Do you have a nurse on duty all
We
the
have
time?
we have a nurse in
24
hours. 24 hours. We have a nurse.
One or two
One
nurses?
and on daily basis. In the morning we have the whole set of the nurses, but during the shift we have one.
And then if
Yes.
there's an emergency ambulance?
We have an emergency ambulance. We have a clinic outside there.
Okay.
We have a clinic outside there. This is just for a ward like a dormitory for prisoners who have been discharged from the hospital to be sent here at least for recovery and for observation.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Chairman.
Yeah. Okay, come on.
Yeah, most of these who are occupying here were the ones referred from the hospital or discharged from the hospitals. So immediately from hospital or immediately when it is recommended by the nurse at the clinic there, we do send them here for observation and maybe for recovery. So we have how many beds? 1, 2, 3. 5, 10 beds altogether here.
That's good. Thank you very much.
Ceeb ak soos.
We are playing football.
Yeah.
They are getting to exercise.
I know.
For school.
Yes. Where they learn non-formal education.
Okay, those who don't educate.
Yes, that's the basic, that's the foundation for them, from which they go into the other skill area here.
Okay.
Skill training center to take part in skill works like electrical installation, plumbing. Because these skills you need to know measurement, you need to know figures. So here is the foundation, here is the school that gives that foundation. Formal education.
What education?
Formal education.
Yeah.
Yes.
They can use
Reverends
it
and
on
fathers
Sundays.
also come here on Sundays and Saturdays sometimes to give masses. Because it also contributes to our reformation process.
Where do you do skill training?
That's where they do electrical, plumbing, showing, and how to call it, plumbing, electrical and showing, yes. The other side they do welding and fabrication. The other workshop there.
Johnson, is it something Grey Johnson?
Crispin. Oh, Nana.
He's an auto, something Johnson.
Nana Gray Johnson and Crispin Gray Johnson.
Yeah.
There are two of them. Oh, there's some books out here. Will some prisoners come to?
No, it's for
read here?
it's for the inmates.
Oh, inmates.
It's for the prisoners.
Yeah. Or do they come in from time to time to read?
Yeah, they're coming. Yeah, they are the one responsible for their library being assisted. They are assisted by an officer, but they are solely responsible for
What
their.
happens when somebody comes to borrow a book?
They have a register.
In a seat. Is anyone coming today?
No, today we have some.
Oh, books that arrived?
So here today we have only one borrow.
Yeah. So you don't take them and don't write the name of the books that they.
No, we write them here.
Does this go back to 1994?
No.
This
was this facility here in 94?
No, it wasn't here in 1994. It wasn't.
When did you
just recent. It's almost 3 years old, I can say. It's less than 4 years old.
2016.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
And equally, officers also are facing the same difficulties. See, this is an office for officers, and this is where the details of an inmate immediately on arrival is taken.
So that's why the processing is done.
Processing is done. Just look.
And when they leave,
they
process here too.
The same place they process there on the side.
Some were telling us they were never processed in, they were never processed
here,
out.
yes,
You remember that, yeah. Can you take your...
prisoners and those that are on the remand.
This one's supposed to be a workshop for their vocational careers. But as we see, the workshop is so dilapidated that we cannot use it anymore. When I came, I approached this National Accreditation for Quality Assurance, at least for us to get some funding from them in order to at least start training prisoners on carpentry and metal work. But still we haven't got any reply. We are working with the Inside Training Center who are sponsoring the vocational training over there. But I'm sure it is because of funding problem, that's why still they didn't come back. But it is our intention to revive the place in order to do it as part of our rehabilitation processes, because you can't keep somebody, an individual here, after staying longer here, he goes without nothing. So that's why, that's the purpose of why we will go to that place also, where we have it was a guard room used by the former regime. Previously, soldiers used to be here, but when this new government came, they were asked to go back to their barracks. So the facility was now turned as a training center now.
Okay.
And definitely, just recently we have graduated almost 43 inmates in that, and it is nationally recognized certificate they were awarded with. So
that's good. Thank you.
Yeah. We are talking about the ambulance. That's the ambulance.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we have the ambulance.
Looks as if it's in good shape.
Yeah, it's in good shape.
Yeah, it's in a good running order.
It was procured in 2015. This is the clinic. It was sponsored by the Global Fund.
That's good.
And
That's the laboratory.
Yeah. That's good.
that's the remand wing.
That's the remand wing.
It is in two separate. We have two separate wings. Altogether, we have 11 cells in the remand wing here.
11 what?
11 cells. 11 cells. It's supposed to accommodate nothing more than 5, but today the roll is 19. And the worst of all is, in the daytime, they can use the outside toilet facility. But in the evening, when they are locked up, most of all their facilities are
With them.
here. So which is definitely horrible. And that's why we are trying. There is a finished building at the old Joshua, where we intend, after completion, we will transfer most of the inmates from here to Joshua. It's a dormitory size that have all its toilet facilities inside. It is definitely, because here you can't avoid the issue of overcrowding here, because it is not within us. It is the court that sends people, and if the court sends, we cannot reject them. So it's a problem that we are facing presently.
Yeah.
Cases have been lying here for so long. Most of them we are sent here, and it was when this new government came that most of their cases have been reviewed and some of them have been released. But there are prisoners who have stayed more than 10 years here without
10 years in remand wing?
Without going to court. It happened here.
Oh.
Sure, sir. Is it that you have somebody to lie on?
They have to.
Down?
They have to lie. Yes, they have to lie down.
To use both.
Yeah, well.
Thank you.
After I'm a fila de la motte da fisi sufi.
Thank you. I'm going to sit. Yeah. Very good. I'm going. Yeah, exactly.
All the cells are. All the cells. Yeah, all the cells.
So the sleeping arrangement is that some sleep on top of the plank, some would sleep on the floor, under. So it's like they are stacked like this.
Just to
What's the rationale for that? What's the rationale for that? Is it space?
No, it's because of overcrowding. It's because of overcrowding. Because each of these cells supposed not to accommodate more than 5. But today this particular cell is having 19 inmates. Just imagine that.
A cell for 5 inmates is now having 19 inmates.
19? Yes.
Yeah.
From 5 to 19. Yes.
Some detainees have stayed in the remand for 10 years.
Yeah, previously prisoners, inmates were here for more than 10 years without.
Is it possible for you to produce statistics? You indicate to us, say, for instance, this is the date of admission.
Yeah, we have
the age of time served in the prison.
Yes, sir. DG?
They need the statistics of all the inmates here, the date of their admission, and their age.
And the age, the amount of time they spend
in the remand.
This is something that we would send a written request, and then we take it from there.
It would help us when we come to formulating recommendations on institutional reform.
The Office of the Chief Justice. Yes, but then we can also provide the same records for the Commission.
Thank you very much.
Can we go to the female wing now, and then we need to move?
I think in order to have a first-hand knowledge about the prison, it is also better, it is also, I think, fair for you to see how officers also are living, the conditions of officers also, because this is only for prisoners. Maybe you can just have even 3 minutes to see how officers also are living, and at least to make a comparison.
Yeah,
I think it will be better. When you go to the toilet, you can't imagine that human beings are living here. And by right, there should be officers within the prison. So I think
officers' quarters.
Yes.
Right. Yes, it is important, but the thing is, the TRRC is intended to look mainly at human rights violations. So we rather focus our energies looking at things that may constitute a violation of the rights of individuals instead of looking at other conditions that affect officers, hard as they may be. I am sorry. I wish we had time for that, but it doesn't appear that we have time.
Yeah, I just brought you here so that you know, so that you might know the condition of how both the inmates and officers are living.
Yeah.
Because
the remand wing is extremely overcrowded.
It's overcrowded, definitely.
Is there no space to expand the building?
That's what we are doing at Old Use 1 now. We are constructing a big dormitory there. After completion, we are suggesting to move some of the inmates there in order to address. We cannot address it 100% because every day inmates are coming. Every day inmates are coming.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation. The space for 5 people, you have 19 people in it.
This is the area for visitors.
Right, yeah.
In Mesa there. I don't know whether you want to.
Yes, good. Thank you so much.
IT, plumbing, electrical installation, and showing.
Showing.
Mm-hmm.
And you have computers?
How long?
We have computers.
For how long is it?
Well, we have graduated one batch just recently.
And it's very practical.
It's practical, yes.
How many were in that batch?
43.
43?
43 graduated.
You give them certificates?
Certificate from NACA.
Showing and?
Showing electrical installation
and plumbing.
Plumbing and IT.
And again, we have one program, added program with prison fellowship, Shikamotri. That's a counseling session program that we also do here. That is initiated by the Present Director General in collaboration with the Prisons Fellowship. It's about offender, victim relationship. Understand? It's a counseling process where the offender will realize his mistake and will show remorse, and so repent and seek apology from the victim or the victim's family. It's very, very interactive and very emotional.
Can they come
Okay, can we now go? The female wing. Yeah. This area is for the remands, female remands, and I guess we don't have quite a lot of them presently here. I think we have only 3 of them presently here. Mm-hmm. So the other side is the convict, where those who are already being sentenced. So the place is so tight. It's so tight that definitely what we intend cannot be possible. That's why, because by right they should have all the facilities, especially like their recreational facilities should be within. But looking at the size of the place, nothing can be done here. Only to allow them to have a bit of work. That's the only thing that can be allowed here. So that's why the showing side of the vocational training was purposely given for female, at least for them also to update themselves.
That's good. Thank you very much.
You can proceed to the convict side.
What section is it?
The convicts. Where the convicts. Those who are serving sentence.
Ah, okay.
Yes. These are the ones serving sentence, and presently most of them are charged on these capital offences. That's why you see them wearing different black. Those are the ones sentenced to death.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
But I want to talk to you. I don't have time.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah,
God bless you, sir.
Thank
we
you
don't
very
know
much.
you. Thank you for what you are doing in the jungle.
Thank you.
May God bless you. And our father, the director.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Please, we need the help. You should help us because we are long time in the prison here. We need the help, please, sir.
Thank you.
Convicts, what is this? What is the normal in case it is full? How many are imprisonment? Okay, 15.
Here too is included.
Here
is part of it. Yes, here is part of it.
Altogether, how many are here? How many in number?
6 are here.
Six are here. Presently we have six.
On conviction.
Okay. They were taken before.
Unconvicted.
Thank you very much, Mr. Director
you,
General,
Mr. Chairman.
for allowing us to visit the facilities here.
Okay.
Very good indeed.
Thank you.
It should help us in our effort to establish the truth.
Thank you.
The purpose for us is more on violations and abuses of human rights, but all that would be part of institutional reform that at the end of the day we will be recommending. But thank you again for receiving us, and we really learned a lot seeing these facilities. It would help us understand what the witnesses are telling us when they talk about conditions here at the facilities here as well. But again, I thank you again so much.
Thank you, Mr. Kiama.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a pleasure. Thank you, Mr. Kinte. All right, thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, ma. All right, okay.
A big transformation has occurred here. DG has done great by introducing the training center for inmates. They have been conducting their training, and most of them, when they go out, they don't re-offend.
Go out with skills.
Yeah, when they go out, they don't re-offend. So the number of inmates that re-offend is very minimal.
Yeah, that's good.
So which is an
condition
improvement.
Previously was so horrible. I was even surprised that when you came, there wasn't much noise, just like previously. Previously, when a visitor comes here, definitely you will get the reason why you come here.
Right.
But with the help of officers and definitely with the support we get from outside, I think we are going gradually.
Yeah.
It is never easy.
Absolutely.
Because by looking at the infrastructure, definitely it is horrible. To me, I say 0 to it.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
it is definitely inhuman.
Absolutely.
It is really inhuman to keep somebody here because we don't know who might be the next. I can be the next. You can be the next. So I think it's better for us to have a better place for our fellow human beings.
That's good.
Definitely, I concur with you. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
But again, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. It's nice to have you, sir.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.